been a while since I covered Varsity High School Football video game that's going to be coming out. Who knows when, but of course it's going to be coming out. A lot of people saying that it's not official, it's fake, and it's not real. Now, for those that don't know, it's by Pyramid Lake Games. They did also work with Doug Flutie Maximum Football, which is also shocking that I did not know of. They are a company that helps out small indie devs and helps them create AAA titles, so that's why they was working along with Maximum Football. Of course, for those that don't know, another company bought and took over Maximum Football. But anyways, aside from that, is it real? Well, of course, they do need support. So they do have a Patreon. It's up to you guys if you guys want to support them or not. I'm currently not supporting them because I don't want to pay to get news and updates and of course into the beta playtest. But this helps out for game development in general because they're pretty much a nobody. It does take support to make these games possible. They currently have 1,500 members for their Patreon, people that are actually paying to help support them to make this game possible. So shout out to those people. But I'm gonna update you guys on everything with Varsity Football so far that they got going on. Now, of course, if you guys do want to support them, this is their Patreon, $5, 10, 25, freshman, sophomore, junior. This is all the perks that you can get from doing so. But like I said, I'm not doing this. It's up to you guys if you guys want to or not. But I figure I'll let you guys know about this as well. Now, as far as updates, this is what they recently posted since February 28th. It's currently March 13th. So this was kind of like the last thing that I looked into and what they have done so far since February. So you guys are looking at all the development updates so far that they have currently been working on. And they've done a lot of stuff since the last time I updated you guys or looked into it. Which of course this is great because they're putting the effort to make this game possible. Now as far as playtesting it, all the people that's currently supporting this game are able to playtest it. So like I said, I'm not supporting or anything of that sort, but for the people that are playtesting it are making sure that the game is getting direct feedback to help improve it, just like what I and the other community members have been doing for ESG. It's the same thing, as just ESG is taking a different approach compared to what varsity football is taking, where you got to pay to actually play test. So that's the only difference why I'm not doing it for varsity football. But as I can say for ESG, at least they're delivering. As far as varsity football, I'm unsure because I don't have the physical ability to get my hands on with the playtest. But so far, what they've been showcasing, everything is real, and what you guys are going to see in today's video is going to actually officially approve what they have been working on, especially when it comes to capturing the animations with motion capturing and much more. Of course, a lot of people support them on the other social media outlets, which is, of course, Discord, Instagram, and YouTube, and all that. So, for the people that supporting it, you guys know that it's official, but I'm just getting it out there for those that don't think that this is official. It is official, but a lot of people just don't take into consideration how difficult it is to actually produce and create a video game. There's a lot that has to go into it, especially when you have to use your own money. You do want the support behind the community to help make these things possible, and that's the approach that varsity football is taking right now. Now, of course, for motion capturing, it's done by, which you guys will see in today's video, I guess a previous DB player. Unlike ESG motion capturing was done by ex-professional NFL players. So that's why I prefer, ESG over this game. But of course, for high school purposes, we have never had a high school football game. And the fact that varsity football is going to make that possible is a big game changer because, for college football, implementing high school football in a way, it just doesn't hit the same like it's going to hit for this game. So they're trying to implement all the schools and things of that sort, and there's a lot that has to go into it. So the fact that they're making this possible for the high school kids is a big plus in my books. And to support this, it needs a lot of support, and I recommend doing so because, once again, To have a high school football video game that we have never had, and the fact that they're doing this is great. So they do need the support. As far as coming out, they're not going to take as long as like what GTA has done with their upcoming game with GTA 6. You know, GTA 6, you take a look at that, it's been in 10 plus years in development. So, of course, it does take time to develop games. And of course, Varsity Football wants to make sure that they have a polished game instead of just releasing it like how every other game has done, where they just release a half-ass video game, continuously update, and it's like an early access beta version game. So you take a look, for instance, great example, Maximum Football does that exactly. So that's what they want to avoid. So that's why they continue to update, have playtesters test the game, give feedback to improve the game, and when they think that the game is good enough to release, they will announce it. Now, I did see a response from one of the developers about a complaint comment from one of the people that's supporting it saying, "Oh, this game's gonna come out after GTA 6," and the developer says, "We're not planning on developing the game for that long." And he said most likely it's going to be within the next 2 years that it's going to be polished and released by then. So we just have to stay tuned, let them do their thing, and they will announce whenever, the game gets closer to being finalized. Now, what you guys are going to witness is footage from the Pick 6 Athletics YouTube page, which they released a video. For those that don't know, their channel is about defensive back tutorials, tips, and tricks of how they can better themselves at the defensive back position. So they're getting motion capture from one of those people for that YouTube page. I guess he was like an ex college player or ex NFL player. I didn't really look into it, but that's what the YouTube page is about, is just coaching the defensive backs and trying to improve their game. So they are going to be working on the motion capturing for the defensive backs position areas. So I'm not sure if they've done that with every other position, but as far as for the defensive backs, that's what they went ahead and showcased to give you guys a little bit of an insight of how they're getting their animations. So I personally think it's great when they kind of give you like an insight of what they're doing, how they're doing it. Um, of course, the motion capture suit that they use is like a $30,000 suit, so it's pretty expensive. So it's high quality of what they're capturing as far as when it comes to the gameplay mechanics. So everything that you guys see from what they're capturing is what's going to be put into the game. So here's a little introduction to that motion capture session video.
Joined by Danny today. I have the privilege of actually being in a video game that's coming up. It's for high school football, and it's going to be really cool. We're doing lots of filming today, motion capture for all the different types of movements and different animations to add to the game. So let's just get a quick little introduction to what to expect from today's video.
Yeah, what's going on? I'm Danny. I'm one of the developers on Varsity High School Football game. It's just what it sounds like, a football game for the U.S. high school community. We're going in depth with the team customization, stadium customization, team management, booster management.
So when you take these things into consideration and complain about, oh, this game's taking forever, oh, it's not official, it's fake. Well, you take a look at their development process compared to like EA Sports. So you see here, you just see one computer, one motion capture suit on one person capturing all these things. In comparison, you see with EA Sports, you see all these thousands of cameras from different angles, all these different variety of people, and like full bodysuits, even with shoulder pads and helmets, like full gear, and they're getting all these animations, but it's like we only see the same animations over and over, year in and year out, with Madden and college football. Then you take a look at these small indie devs, it's like they're focusing on the details. And to me, it actually looks much more better than what we have seen with EA Sports games. But it's crazy the big difference between how both is shown from like the development standpoint. So this is also giving the proof that, they're doing the best with what they got to work with and trying to make this game possible. So that's another thing a lot of people don't look into and take into consideration, the big difference between, AAA studio like EA Sports being their game year in and year out. And then you look at these small indie devs with pretty much one individual person making these things possible for the animation and gameplay mechanics. I mean, one computer, one dev, they may actually just only have one animator developer for this game. Who knows? But like I said, you guys can search your videos on YouTube and look at the comparison when EA Sports does their like behind the scenes motion capture moments, and you see a big difference between what you guys see here with Varsity Football and EA Sports. It gives you kind of a better hindsight of how the development process goes for both companies, from being a small dev to a big time studio. Anyways, like I said, for Varsity Football, they're continuing to update the community. They're continuing to have playtests for the members that's supporting them on Patreon. That's up to you guys if you guys want to or not. I figured I'd just showcase that. But this game is real. It's a work in progress, and it will be coming out soon. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about this. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.